It's Town 0, Weymouth 2 on the first day of the season. Same result as last year. We lost 2-1 to Chesham, but maybe that's a good sign or a bad sign. But heavy win first half. What do you think, Ian?
How long you got?
Well, no, it's
hard. I'll be honest. I said what I said to the lads on the pitch. I found that quite difficult to find any positives out today. I thought it was, being brutally honest, one of the worst games I've been in charge at the club. I know it's the first game of the season with a new squad, but it was just sort of positional discipline. We were unbalanced. We did good things and then we stopped doing it. For example, we got some good deliveries into the box and then we stopped doing it. It's just a flat. It's sort of one of the worst starts you could sort of wish for at the start of the season, but. Well, last season we're going to see what characters we've got in our squad.
Well, last season we had an unlucky start because if people remember, we lost 2-1 to Chesham. Goldie got sent off. Steph missed the penalty. And we could have at least got a draw there. And to be honest, looking at the results today already, there's some funny results. Hitchin to Hemel nil as just one of them. But taking into account, we do understand that every game in this league is a tough game. They're all very working, tough sides who go from start to finish. And I thought Weymouth were that. But we got off to the worst possible start, which a lot of the times we do. I don't know how the penalty happened or what it was about, but even their first goal, I thought the keeper made a terrific save and put it on the bar. It's just sitting there. It's Town. It don't fall to us, does it? That's the way. And it's like Louis in the second half. He headed it down. They handballed it, which I think it was it? Andy?
I can't quite tell.
Yeah, no, it would have been harsh. It was close. But
I see Louis shouting, but we learn from these things, and what it will show us is that it's a very, very, very tough league, and everybody beats everybody. And today's results has started this treadmill going, where some astonishing results today already.
I think you'll find in this league, there's not many leagues, but you will get out of it what you put into it. And if I said to the boys before, we're in it together. We'll accept responsibility for that as well as the lads.
Did you think the effort was there? Because I thought the effort was there.
I thought the one thing that disappointed me was the discipline within the positions they were asked to play. I thought we looked unbalanced because the wide men kept coming inside from the kick-off. And I told the pair of them just to be disciplined and patient and hold the width and to get the ball out to them, as we said before we went out there. And within an instant, both were driving inside. It's difficult to speak for young Bob because that's probably how he's been coached at Cambridge.
And he's left-footed.
And at Cambridge, to be fair, if he drives inside, he's doing it to shift the fullback to let his fullback get beyond. Whereas in this setup, these teams will stay as a four. And then whether you're doing clever runs or not, the fullback will still stay there. So hold your shape and have a go. And he did it second half. He come out, he held his shape, he got the ball, and he put 3 or 4 great balls.
I honestly thought Ola was injured from about 10 minutes on, and he was limping for most of the first half. And I didn't think his contribution was much after that because he was hurt. But I did think second half, when Louis went on the right, we moved Bobby Joe on the left, we put young Carl on and we put Ryan on. The balance looked a lot better and we had a lot more of the ball. I know it's an old cliche in football, if we didn't have 2 goals then we would have been alright, but if we kicked down the other way second half we might have been alright as well. But what's your take?
Well, obviously very disappointing from the first whistle. We lost the game in the first 15 minutes and we were always chasing the game from then. We didn't compete as well as we should. All pre-season it's been about closing down and getting tight in 2s and 3s, and we just didn't do that today. We got played around too easy and didn't win enough second balls, and just all over the pitch really we were second.
Well, I thought we missed the big man there as well.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Because we could have, he might have possibly put Rene at left back, and Rene I thought done okay at centre half, but he's far better left back. And him moving forward, we know his quality. Him moving forward would have put them on the back foot and gave them a bit more of a problem, I think, because they was doing quite well down our left hand side, their right side. I thought they was doing well. So
we missed we got Jay out and we got Gav out, 2 big players for us. One stops goals and one gets the ball started. So our passing game started, if you like, all due respect, sort of to Adrian.
Do you think we were
and
trying to
Warren and
compete
them.
with their pace as well, their tempo? I thought especially in the first half, I thought they dictated the tempo. And
I think we slowed it down.
going with that.
I think I told them to up our tempo and get in their faces, be one of these teams that presses the life out of teams and springs them quick. But then we went out and we did it for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, then they scored. And then we just dropped off and we dictated their tempo because we had too many touches on the ball in wrong areas. Decision making, when to pass the ball, give it to the wide player when he's in space, or when to try and run through the whole team. You know, when to shift players out of the way. All the decision making, everything it just seemed to just all go poor today. But you know, it's
So how
it's
did
a
you
big
take
learning.
on it, Gav? You've been in this league long enough.
Well, like I said, most of the teams play like that. They'll go direct, and that's the way that the league is. We will break teams down the way we play at home as well, but like when we go away, it's going to be even harder, I think. But like I say, you're still learning really. Like we say, we've got a few young players, so.
No, I think a lot of the teams in this league are much of the same. It's like playing the same team every week.
everyone knows their job in the team.
Yeah.
They know what they're good at.
And
The two centre halves for them weren't, let's be honest, you know, technically the best, but they knew they were good at heading it and kicking it. They're getting them people's backs, and they knew their job.
And I think the six, I don't know if he was a centre back, the one who got booked. If he was centre back or in midfield, he was at them all the time, get stuck in.
Come over to me after, he says, it's all part of the game. Go for well done. We don't do that at the moment, you know, and that will come, like Gav said, that comes with age and experience. That's it. You know, we sit there, and I'm sort of self-critical more than anyone about decisions, but you sort of we don't take into account sometimes some of the obvious football things our youngsters don't have yet, which is bitching away at people and you know that experience, and that will, the only way that's going to come is
the crafty side of it.
You know, being on the ref's case, the only way that will come is from them playing.
Yeah, we're not capable, and all due respect to all clubs, but football, we're not capable of the crafty moves from the experienced players, and we're not capable of getting on the ref's case. You know, where we maybe have had when Louis headed that as a penalty, you know, another side would have been all round him to make him give him a decision later on. We don't. We accept it. We walk away, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because I find that's good discipline. But you know, this league is about, you know, you're down 1 week, you're up the next game. People beat teams, people don't beat teams, and you know, today's results are just amazing. Again, we started off absolutely amazing, some of the results. So, you know, we go to Stourbridge next Tuesday. I think it'll be a far better performance, I'm sure it is. Good luck to Weymouth. Tidy outfit without too much flair, I thought, and that's trying to be all due respect.
So
I wasn't really watching them much. I was trying to watch our own team and, you know, figure out where we are. But, you know, we move on to Stourbridge, a disappointing opening day to the season. But we had a disappointing day to the opening last season, and we felt we were robbed and unlucky. So, you know, we weren't robbed and unlucky today. We just didn't perform. And I think sometimes defeat's easier to take that way than when you, like last year, where, you know, you play really well, don't get the rub of the green, you get really bad decisions against you, and you come away. The object of the exercise is don't try hard not to concede too early and get on your game.
Try hard not to concede, I think.
Well, you know, we've done well in the start of the season, but you know, I don't know if Ed lost his footing or not, or he got tucked on the inside.
Ed received the ball, and we did it again today. The times where we could have got out with a ball in front of the fullback so he could step in and play, he got the ball behind him. His option, Ash come inside to give him an option, but unfortunately Oliver was off injured at the time, so there was nothing beyond, and he tried to keep the ball and come back inside, and it got nicked off him. Like you say, I mean, Ed would be the first to admit he was off the game today. His touch wasn't there, his decisions, he was going backwards on his first touch.
And what was the first half like for the wind, Adrian? Because I just thought, you know, I'm not going to say we were overhitting them, but we were hitting the balls and they were just flying forward. Instead of, you know, and that's because lack of width on the wings. You know, the two wingers should have chalked it, really. You know, so we had more space and the balls could have been pinged across the floor. But they were just flying through.
We just weren't fluent today. I think whatever we'd done, we tried to change the formation, we tried to change the personnel, we put just, you know, we went through at the back, and then people in certain positions decided to go and play somewhere else, and it was just discipline, and that, first and foremost, I said to them before we go, is what we need in the team. Just discipline, what you're asked to do, try and do it. If it doesn't work, it's my fault. As simple as that. Not go out there and do what you think might be right for you, You've got to do what's right for the team and how you're asked to do it. If we do that, then we'll do all right.
All right.
We'll be all right. Tuesday.
Well, I'm sure we've got Stourbridge. They won 4-1 away at Tottenham today. Can't read anything into that, but we went to Stourbridge last year and we played really, really well. We defended well and we done extremely well. And there's no reason, I'm looking forward more to the Stourbridge game than I was today, to be honest with you. Sometimes I like being away. I don't know. Maybe I watched a different game today, but I actually thought the first time we were disjointed, but I did think we had the effort. There was
a couple
some
of spells
real
goal, but
yeah, and there was some real determined tackles going in there, and desire. Desire's the word, I think. I thought there was desire in the first half here, so I don't want people to be too. I always have that saying, don't I? Don't be upset, be disappointed, because when you're disappointed, you can always sort it out. When you're upset, we might as well all pack it up and go home. So be disappointed, and let's move on to Stourbridge, yeah. Okay,
Well done, Gav.
good lads.
Got a little bit, did I?